Okay. Okay, let's begin our presentation. So, multicultural education for the better future. So, I tired? I tired? We listen our presentation and ask brought some question. So, someone will resonate. Yeah, let's start. So, I have a question for you. So, have you ever considered the struggles that mixed race individuals go through? Maybe you answer no. So that because most of you are not mixed race, so you probably don't know what mixed race individuals experience unless you consciously look into it. So I actually asked two of my mixed race friends, the half Canadian and the half Indian, who have lived in Sapporo for 22 years. So when I asked them their struggles, they both said, it doesn't bother me now, but when I was elementary school student, I was often painful with prejudice and discrimination. Especially they both said, I was called and insulted as a gaijin, meaning outsider, non-Japanese, in my childhood. So why is there such prejudice and discrimination against mixed race as children?
Now, we think that ignorance makes their prejudice and discrimination. Prejudice and discrimination cause occur because of people in their childhood. They think it is national, there are only Japanese people around them, or they didn't understand the concept of diversity. So, in Sapporo, is there any opportunity that people can understand diversity when they are childhood? Therefore, we search the activity for understanding diversity, and we find two cases. However, in elementary school, there are no classes that students can understand diversity. And the other case, certainly some organizations hold international exchange events, but only motivated people participate. It has a limited effect.
So from these problems in Sapporo and from the interview with mixed race people, individuals, the target should be all children in Sapporo, especially students in elementary school. And to have the children has a little knowledge about international diversity and are immature and more sensitive than adults, and which means which means they can unintentionally hurt others, and their painful experience will be easily their traumatic experience. So to eliminate prejudice and discrimination to mixed race individuals, it is needed to promote understanding of diversity among children, all children.
So, to achieve this goal, we came up with the idea of introducing the class called Welcome to the World class in elementary schools. And we wanted to proceed the class through two methods, lectures and interactions. The lectures will be conducted by themselves, researching information about the international, including mixed race in Sapporo, and which makes more easier for students to take the things as their own problem. After having a theoretical education session once a month, and then we have an activity session about twice in every 1 year. And the elementary school students are normally immature and cannot concentrate effectively. The class will invite the international family living in Sapporo to meet them directly for the interaction class. And students will not just meet them, but also have the time to communicate with them and learn their cultures and language. These two types of classes will develop develop an understanding of international living in Sapporo.
So the outstanding point of this project is we can provide an opportunity for all children who will be responsible for the future to learn about multiculturalism, regardless of their interest in multiculturalism. Events such as international and exchange events can also lead to multicultural understanding, but only those who are already interested in other cultures visit such events. By focusing on compulsory education, a point that every Japanese person goes through, our program is able to reach everyone who is responsible for the future. Elementary school students who are highly sensitive will not only learn about multiculturalism through classroom lectures, but will also gain a true understanding of multicultural society by actually interacting with people living in Sapporo, and let Japanese children realize that people from other cultures are living in the same city. Our project will definitely benefit mixed-race individuals and will definitely make the future of Sapporo and Japan brighter.
So to sum up, providing education for international understanding, such as Welcome to the World class, in childhood for all children, creates an opportunity to understand the diversity, which changes the lives of mixed-race individuals with less prejudice and discrimination. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Questions for team one? Yes, Arthur.
So what will be the syllabus about? So do you have an idea how to make it interesting for the young kids to be, engaged during the lectures or the activities? Is it like a game form or like more academic, not academic, more, how to say, theory-based?
Yeah, thanks for the question. We are thinking like for the lectures, we will introduce children about the like cultures and also the like musics, instruments, and the famous sports in those countries. And we invite the like mixed race families or mixed race or maybe like internationals who are living in Sapporo and like specialized in like teaching music or good at playing those sports. And yeah, we make it into like more fun way, not like a theoretical way or those kind of things. Good.
Thank you so much for your nice presentation. I really appreciate the solution you provide in terms of lecture and interaction. But about I have a question that is maybe would have been for or the previous group or tunes. In terms of education, most of the group or even you insist on lectures. But what do you think as for Japanese parents themselves? What do you think of their role in raising the awareness, like for the kids that you have other kids that don't look like you, but they are also human? What do you think of their role in raising that awareness?
Well, it's just my like personal answer, but I think the parents should like let children know about we are living in like only a small part of the world, and we're not this like center of the world. Yeah, so there are like many people who look a bit different from us, or the people who speak the different language from us, and yeah, like let them show the like showing the like the map of the world, and like discussing about each countries or those kind of things make it like better future, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's good because like education is not only at school, especially for children. It starts in the family. So it should be better to enhance those factors, especially that Japan is receiving more and more foreign. So it is possible that more the race gets more and more mixed. So maybe previous group about things we then also has provide solution in terms of education pattern for the family. Maybe the second way should allow me. On a national level, what do you think that the government of Japan should do? For example, in terms of dual citizenship, do you think this cause this can be a route of the public for this mixed race to be not looked as real or full Japanese, or if you were part of the or you are a minister in the national government, what could you provide a solution?
Well, the Japanese government can do is to implement our project into compulsory education. That's the most important thing, of course. But other than that, like such as dual citizenship or those kind of things, well, I don't know what like Japanese governments think about it, but personally, it's not gonna be a big problem. But well, I don't know the like true answer for that. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Again, overall pretty good. Slide design very consistent. Good use of graphics and trying to minimize information is a very, very positive point. Again, a very, very broad kind of solution. All elementary education in Sapporo, and as we saw, the questions were mainly focused around the details of that. So again, trying to narrow the focus and keeping that link between the problem and the solution is very, very important for the future. One thing I really liked was the start. Of course, really great kind of engagement with the audience. And just one thing, like when you ask the question, even though it's a hypothetical question, you're not expecting an answer, just give a little pause, just so that oh no, it's okay. Well, this is the situation, and great use of the example from the two examples from your friends. Again, that really helps connect you up to the problem. But yeah, very, very good. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, there's thank you.
Thank
Member is Takahara itu bad. Ishizuki Nakasawa and Yamamoto. I'd like to make a presentation for subject to develop a project to improve the situation of
mixed race individual in Sapporo. Okay, we want to explain the background. So according to the questionnaire, and according to foreign people and Japanese people. So this question is Sapporo an easy place to live? And do you have any problems? So on left side in Sapporo an easy place to write the question. It answered positive answer is 80%, over 80%. However, on the other hand, do you have any problems? The question is answered as communication in Japanese, administrative procedure, difficulties, and violence and discrimination. So we assume that foreign people is the same as mixed race people. Most mixed race people are satisfied with life in Sapporo. However, they face many difficulties, appearance, luggage, and cultures. So we should resolve these problems.
So the mixed race people's problem is mainly identification by sense of belonging. For example, they have some trouble in their daily life. For example, they didn't understand the procedures at the government office, or they didn't have the mother friend with whom they can share their child care problem. So to solve these problems, we suggest the creation or to make community for mixed race. So the short-term goal is improve mixed race people's lives to solve personal problems. And the long-term goal is reduce the mixed race people's prejudice. So by this activity, we want to change the consciousness of society.
So the one looking at work that would well, so I guess bring up to the request by mixed race people into similar class people who can understand the difference. They can communicate the main class well. So what we do is create the community where they can interact with the Japanese people. So the concept is more difficult, but first, people who can speak Japanese, so that means they can communicate with neighborhood or co-workers. So what we need to do are create a community where they can learn Japanese or where they can understand differences in their daily life.
If we make a community such that in class and sports activity. For non-Japanese speaker, we will make a community such as Japanese class and helping some documentation class.
The following table shows the dual axis variation and the scale of existing solutions in our project. Compared to the existing activities, our project focused on the interaction with Japanese people and non-verbal activities. Why are we doing this project in Sapporo? First, the history of pioneering. Sapporo has a short history and people have moved here from various areas. Second, coexisting with the Ainu. The coexisting Sapporo has nurtured
a sense of coexisting with people from different cultures. So it is easier to foster a sense of acceptance of diverse cultures. When it's our role, we play a role of interacting in groups. Yep. So as the conclusion, the key point is that we take up the identification and the sense of belongings, and as a solution, we suggest the community-based interaction, and also as a target, we focused on the two. One is the Japanese speakers and also the non-Japanese speakers. And also as a message, like, we are the one who can make society better, and to take part in the kind of the project, we need to be in with respect. We are all same, means like we are all have a kind of human beings, and also the one who is interested in some kind of project, and also we are all different. I mean the language we speak, and also the where we live, how we have grown up. So the priests have more chance to get in touch with the kind of the community. Means like, as we mentioned, we have some community like kind of sports activity and also the cooking. That is the one we each has interested in. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you. Questions? Yes.
So, thank you for presentation. I have two things to check. Please show us the background slide. Yes, this slide. So, how many people did answer these questions? And what is the literature of this graph? Okay, thank you for your questions. So this is ask that how many the number of the question is over 100 people on the 100 people. So and this is the question there in Sapporo City. So they were over reporting 2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago. Okay, thank you. So the second, please show us the graph side as the AB and about course, which is not. Yeah. So could you tell us the number A and B? Yes, the definition of A and B. I didn't know. I didn't understand this definition. So could you tell us?
Thank you for your question. The group A is a group for only mixed race people.
Oh,
When the scale is the most large. And group B is only for Tokyo. So Tokyo. Tokyo. Now, in front, all over Japan.
that's so that is a community and among mixed
race people, and B is B is the community of Japanese in Tokyo, right? These are great for the purpose of interacting on purpose. No. Mixed people want communicate with further among only mixed race people, and Japanese living in Tokyo wants communicate with only Japanese people. Right. Group B is both mixed race people and Japanese people. On group A, it's the community only mixed race people. And this is the member is from all over Japan. This group is from only in Tokyo. Okay, thank you. Good. Thanks for the presentation. Could you show me the slide of the goal, short-term goal and long-term goal? So I have one question. How can you change the consciousness of the society by making the community for mixed race individuals? Okay, thank you for your question. So that we don't have the critical idea, but we think that by helping mixed race people stay alive, these mixed race people living good, and they can interact with some Japanese people. So by doing so, in long terms, we can change that. We can help that reduce the prejudice. Good. So okay, thanks.
Okay. Actually, my main 3 points were both asked by these two. So obviously they all noticed that the same kind of main things that I did. Honestly, I think that this presentation it shows that it was kind of it was kind of made in a little bit of a rush in the first kind of hour. Again, missing some key information. Again, like it was mentioned where the survey was from and the data that was for it, how many people, well, percentages. Again, the long-term goal, I don't really know how feasible it is, and I don't think you really addressed it so much as part of your solution. But as a first time presentation here, I don't think it was so bad. But yeah, I think that preparing just a little bit more in advance, you'd have maybe been able to pick up on some of this missing information. It would just make that a lot better. So thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. Today we are going to talk about alienation, the physical appearance problem. We are team 3. So the alienation is the feeling of being disconnected from the society, and it might highly influence the mixed race children. So the overview of the presentation is the background in the context of Sapporo. We are gonna give the framework of solutions, the reformation and the organization step. The background, let's imagine that there is a mixed couple who came to Hokkaido to live or work, and they had a children or child in Japan. The Hokkaido is a big island, but there is only one international school in Sapporo. There is also one school in Niseko, but it's mostly kindergarten through 6th grade. So they have no other choice
but mostly give their children to the public school. So kid goes to the Japanese public school where he's obviously different than other kids. This might lead to the alienation problem, where kid is distanced from the society and it highly influences the development of the individual. So as you may see, this is the one comment from the internet. So there is a parent of the mixed race kid wrote that they were all born here in Japan, but they hated sticking out and being stared at by strangers. And they were becoming aware of this problem of looking different at the elementary age. So that's why we think that this problem is needed to be solved at the young age, at elementary school. So why does alienation happen? There are several reasons. The first is the first ever experience with a non-traditional appearance. So kids try to defend themselves from the foreign entity. So the second cause is the school system and teachers' indifference. So they do not participate in the integration of the foreign students to the society and the classroom. And the third is kids do not reflect on their words and their actions. So different kids are the most vulnerable in this situation.
But now we come to the explanations of why alienation is such a big problem in the elementary stage. Is it because if the child do not have the chance to speak to other kids in class, they will lack of practice, lead to lack of social skills. And therefore, they cannot learn from their classmate, and therefore it is a barrier to academic development. They cannot form an intimate relationship, cannot embrace sympathetics towards each other. So it's deficiency of emotional intelligence, and it's great identity crisis in the end. So our suggestion is to have a framework for mindset change. It change the mindset of every student in the elementary level to be more open and receptive to diversity, especially in physical appearance, what we can see in the very first place. So we have 5 solutions here that we include in this framework. In the center, we have syllabus and syllabus reformations, tutoring and supporting scheme, where there will be one volunteer kids to help to integrate the mixed race kids in the system. And out of class, we have extracurricular activities and counseling to help the child will feel safe enough to speak out. And lastly, the rules to prevent discrimination were imposed on every activities.
Having gone through the details of our framework, perhaps the next question would be, why our framework? And put simply, our framework guarantees wins for all. So firstly, how? It incorporates current systems. We're going to focus mainly on public elementary schools, so financially not so demanding, and adjusting educator-wise is already there. And on top of that, we also have extracurricular recommendations in our framework. So that includes a combination of preserving the community culture, but also developing it to be more inclusive. So we also have community and cultural development. So overall, reinforcement goes both ways. It's not just the kid or the family adjusting, and it's not also just the community being forced to adjust. It's everyone progressing social rules and norms in a way that's beneficial for all.
I talk about the
Sorry, I think the battery died.
okay. I'm talking about the reformation of classroom to change the mindset for diversity and inclusion of students. It's important to experience different cultures for students. For example, in PE class, students can buy different countries' food. In home economics class, cook different countries' meal. In art class, see or draw pictures in another country. In music class, and sing or play different countries' music. In ethics class, we recommend to include a discussion about diversity and inclusion. In many elementary schools in Japan, don't have the English class in elementary school, so we recommend to introduce English class first introduce English classes from elementary school. Our information syllabus is helpful for mixed-race students. In students experience foreign culture, they will be interested in different cultures and they want to share what they know. So this will allow mixed-race children can have common topics to talk about with Japanese students. And it also provides an opportunity for Japanese students to be exposed to and speak English. And this slide shows the importance of English classes. People in Sapporo can speak English after studying 10 years English, but people in that can be bilingual by the age of 15. So this is a reason of one Japan does not have an environment where mixed-race students can fit in, and the English education system should be reviewed from an early age.
It's okay to keep on. Now it's my time to explain how to proceed our project. And now we need a lot of members involved in our project. Now that since our certification has nothing to do with education. Yeah. Then there are two tasks. First of all, it is to contact experts. We can implement our project to contact experts and ask them to create a new syllabus and make a fundraising plan and make a plan of final operation in elementary school. The second of all, it is to recruit volunteers. To recruit volunteers, we can implement our task, like offering elementary school students cross-cultural experiences. Our role is based on the teacher's skills and varied roles. We learn through this class. Yeah, we distributed this role, our roles like this table. Yeah, that's all.
So that's the end of our demonstrations. And thank you all for listening.
Questions for Team 3? Yes.
Yeah, thank you for the last presentation and project. And I'm going to ask you the direct question. So that knowing about culture related to race prejudice and discrimination. And so for example, I know even I know food, especially food, but I've never got to know I know ethics well. So what are you doing? What do you think?
Our ultimate goal is to let the child to be more open to diversity. So it doesn't have to be like make them to understand or really like know every culture that is involved in that environment. But first, it's like open the door for them to see that, okay, apart from what I know from the culture and the norms that I already know, there are also different cultures and different ways of thinking, different perspectives, and therefore, like these differences are like just equal as good as what I'm having. So it's more like open the door for them to be more receptive to new things and to diversity. It's not like necessarily have to impose them to accept immediately, but it's more like just an opening phase of it. And also it's make the child, the mixed race kids to feel more safe, feel safer to express themselves in an environment that people be open to the differences.
I see. Thank you.
So thank you for your presentation. I have a comment or related English in English. So so please show the slide. The Japan Dutch. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this right. Yes, I think teaching English in Japan is more naturally these days.
And in addition, I think people in Sapporo and that can't speak English. Yeah, almost all people can speak English. Uh, uh, the reason can't speak English in Japan is it's just it's just it's just the language that is similar to English and Japanese. So on the other hand, the language the the English and that language is just similar. So it is easy to understand and to speak English for Dutch people. So yeah.
Okay, thank you for your question. And this is uh, I show the Dutch is because of the Dutch is the first rank to speak the English speaking, but Japan is the rank of speaking English is 87 from the information. Then other country is Chinese or Korea is higher than Japan. They so the language problem is you said it's also the problem, but the other problem is happen. So we present syllabus problem. I will show.
Okay, I think teaching other languages such as Chinese or Korean and also Dutch is more effective rather than teaching English. So what do you think? Yeah, so English is a common language in the world. So it is not the perfectly solution for solving mixed race problem. Yeah.
So the purpose so the thing is that of course what you say is that of course Dutch and the English are similar languages. They have a similar origin.
Yeah.
But as Kaoru-san said, in Korea and in China, the English proficiency level is higher. Although this slide it doesn't show it, but the general trend is that, of course, in Korea, Korean and Chinese are also very different from English. But when we compare China, Korea, and Japan, Japan is lacking of English speaking ability when we compare Asian countries. Of course, not all Asian countries, but if we take China, Korea, yes. But this slide doesn't show this. Sorry. Yes, but this is just a good example of that trilinguality and bilinguality of the Dutch people. So hope this answers your question. Sorry.
Okay, thank you for your comment.
Sorry, maybe I understood wrong. I thought the question was why did you focus on English rather than other languages?
In that case, we have already explaining the framework, but just innovation for the framework because we try to use what is already exists and improve it to be better. So if we want to have a totally different language to be included here, of course it's going to be awesome, but it's going to cost a lot and it's require information. In this case, we just focus on utilizing what we have already happened.
Quick feedback. Presentation design, great, very consistent. Maybe a few too many words when compared to the previous group, but again, you try to use them as effectively as possible, which is great. I thought your solution was very ambitious, shall we say. And of course, that obviously leads to more questions. That's, again, as I mentioned previously, having a very narrow solution, a very narrow focus helps increase understandability, broader increases complexity and misunderstanding. So yeah, just, again, especially when we move forward to project management in the next class, remember that. One of the major thing, you overran on time a little bit, so it's important to be adaptable when it comes to kind of presenting. I also think that because you had so much information relating to your framework, that really kind of made it bulging in the middle and closing your room. But you have to be adaptable when you're on a time constraint. And again, whether it means skipping the slides or just like giving a sentence and then moving on because this part isn't as important. But yeah, take the lessons into the future presentations. So thank you guys.
Hello everyone. First, being introduce our team members. Hello, my name is Jonas Miller, and my major is media community. Hello, I am Chiki Obara, and my major is agricultural engineering. As Leonardo Bukira, my major is financial policy.
I'm Kim Watanabe. My major is engineering.
As well as my major is cultural chemistry. Our presentation theme is social exchange meeting for mixed race children in Sapporo. Please look at this graph. This graph shows the number of mixed race children and the population of such children. The proportions of mixed race children living in Japan is increasing every year. And there is another graph. This graph shows the percentage of mothers who have nobody to ask for help when they have a trouble. Long foreign mothers or Japanese mothers have no one to support them when they are in trouble. This means bicultural families need more help than Japanese families. One of the reasons for this is that there is only one international school in Hokkaido. This school has only about 200 students. Because of that, most mixed children can't enter the international school, so they need to get used to Japanese school and get different to most meet people who are bicultural families. This situation is called some problems. For example, worries about communication in Japanese, specialists and school buddies, nobody to talk to about contact growth, and lack of study support. As a result, they feel social isolation. And for those a crazy large amount of mixed-race children to enhance a better life, there are some solutions. For example, to hold a social exchange meeting in Sapporo. And the participants can include two types. The first type is the participants include mixed-race child and their parents. For mixed-race child and their parents, it has a positive effect on the way children could form their identity. And the second type is the participants include Japanese. And of course, there are lots of benefits. For mixed-race children and their parents, they can share information and to make Japanese friends who are easy to talk to. And for Japanese, they can understand other cultures and decrease prejudice. However, if you look for global social exchange meeting in Sapporo on the internet, you will find pictures like this, and please remember them. In Sapporo, as you saw on the pictures, there are opportunities for adult and university students to interact. However, there are few opportunities for mixed-race young children and their parents to communicate with people in a similar situation or Japanese. So, our suggestion of holding social exchange meeting can improve this situation in Sapporo. mixed race children and their parents will be able to find people in a similar situation or reliable Japanese people in our event.
Next, organization. Effective event organization requires a diverse set of skills from time management to communication. We play 5 roles to achieve the event. First, financial planning. This is Chief Overall's role. She can apply financial management certifications to create a detailed budget. Second, and announcement. This is Alienation role. She has experience in promoting international exchange events when she was in college, so she can use company's product or promotional methods using their finance. Third, arranging the venue. This is my role. Using my experience in various places in Sapporo, I plan and negotiate to find the appropriate venue. Fourth, timekeeping. This is Nobigira's role. She is in the faculty of pharmacy and she usually conducts experiments. So she got a skill to manage our time through that. Fifth, recording. This is one years old. After making a documentary for her classmates, she became interested in running simple video editing techniques.
In conclusion, our project is focused on social exchange meeting, and participants in the event are religious child and their parents, and sometimes include Japanese. The reason why we choose the participant as children is because the level of place for exchange for child in Sapporo. So our purpose is making a positive impact on child in a time of identity formation. Because I look for facility or service related to mixed race in Sapporo, not all of Japan, I was able to effectively find a project to make a workshop coming of Sapporo. Among the social isolation categories, we look for education, in addition to studying, mixed race children were struggling with adaptation or identity formation, and service related to them are late. We don't ask children to adapt to school, but we think that the priority is to create an environment where children can adapt to school. In other words, I think it is important to change the perspective of the majority. Thank you for listening.
Timing was perfect. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, yes, you were first off. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I have one question. What is the content in this
Interaction
event? So, for example, to talk and eat something or just talking.
Okay, thank you for question. And among the many programs we develop, the quiz content is what we want to introduce. It is not us who give questions, but children who give quiz about their culture. Please content.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your nice presentation, and I think your slide is very easy to read. And I have a question. So I asked my mixed race friend and found that some families were actively involved in such an event, but some families were not at all. So I guess this is only going to families who are willing to do or have motivation. So what do you think? What do you think? I think the family who has not motivated in involved in your event, yeah.
We focus on who need to who wants
so motivating, but motivate.
Well, human just says, ensure the formation of this is a quiz contest. So maybe we could set some prize for the contest and make them easy to attractive.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yep. No,
Thank you for your presentation. And I want to know how to spread your project in Delhi. I think we use SMS, but use our X little makeup. We make cabinets, cabinets, like slide or yes. We use experiments for spread our project. I like how do they say it? Thank you.
Yep, go for it. What other question now?
Yes. So you, well, I partially understand what the context is going to be in your project. And so I think there are two types of, parent and children type of event. Is there one is that both parents and children participate in the same event, do the same activity, and then, share the environment. And this, I think there's another time, which is, I remember when I was like a kid, that the parents and the children do a separate activity so that parents could share their, thoughts or what they have been thinking of as a parent, and the children can interact with each other as friends. So which type of event are you thinking? Like you said you're doing a quiz competition, but is that activity like parent and child both participating type, or it's like only for kids? Which type were you thinking?
Or we think separate the parents and child because we in separate purpose. Parents want information for education, child education. Child wants child purpose is context. Yes. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Would you tell me how to find?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So from me, I think it was a very, very good presentation overall. The flow was very, very straightforward and very, very easy to understand. Again, just a few critical things. In your background, you had like a bar chart. I was worried that maybe it was okay for me, but at the back of the room, maybe it's difficult to see the labels, like the numbers on the side. So just make sure that they're a bit clearer and you can see them from a distance. And also when you're kind of like I think third slide from last one, you're talking about the different skills you have. Great, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I asked for. But in terms of using that within your presentation narrative, I would much rather see it when you introduce your solution. So when you introduce, this is our solution, and then within that, I can be responsible for this, and then I can be responsible for that, rather than leaving it till the end. It just kind of felt a little bit too long and a bit too much, and kind of took us away from the kind of story of the presentation. So yeah, try when you do it next time, when you think about how your expertise can be used, try to include it within your solution rather than kind of after it. But yeah, overall, very, very good. I was very, very impressed. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Right, our twin is still 5, so I will get start my presentation. And I'm we explain the background for my overall project.
And the second is our project details, and the third is awareness. So like explain the background of our project. First, we considered the mixed race for creations and programs around us. So someone said, most people we cannot speak English really well. This is because Japanese think people can speak English very well. And my little friends in elementary school are very well by Japanese classmates because different appearance of eggs from Japanese students. This isn't special to my friends, but very unfortunately, it can happen when learning makes the right involved.
Okay, so how many people in this class have you had similar experiences in your school life? If you have, could you raise your hand? Yeah. Like that. Okay. These kinds of bias and misunderstanding tends to be provoked by people who don't have foreign roots. Also, these bias and misunderstanding towards mixed race people often occurs in childhood, especially in a school. So we've decided to focus on the needs to shape a sense of ethics in a school, in childhood. If you learn a sense of ethics earlier, then the current situation related to mixed race people would change better.
So our project is
Freaking class.
in this class, eighth-grade students is Japanese students how to cook their cultural food. So in the first step, mixed race students ask their parents how to cook their cultural food and practice cooking before the class as a homework. In the second step, the mixed race students teach Japanese students how to cook and enjoy cooking. So I explain core concept, what is our goal and benefits. Our goal is improving understanding of international diversity for children who are 10 to 12 years old. And the class has two benefits. One is to be able to remove bias towards mixed race people, and the other is to improve in understanding for not only children but also parents, because the class are acceptable for the coming their parents.
So in addition, there are three main different points from existing solutions. First, so the children of mixed race teach other Japanese children. So it is expected to eliminate money, and also it is contribute to foster friendships and respect each other. And second, our project is interactive, not one way or conventional classes. So it is expected to children can participate in this class more actively. And third, so it is easy for children to engage. So all children can enjoy this class, and it is not boring for them.
In conducting this project, let me explain our respective goals start with me. I'm Leon. I will work as PR leader using my experience in PR in my cloud activity. And I will work to spread fields across both outside and inside school. Next.
Hi, I'm Keishi Akiyoshi. My specialty is waste management, and I'm good at management. So my role of this project is preparing and management materials and cleaning and so on. And next.
Hi, I'm Chika. My research field is educational sociology, and I'm very good at cooking. So I will play a role as an educational and cooking guidance in this project. Next.
Yeah, I'm Lucky, and I studied Iran here, and I like cooking. So I'm responsible for nutritional and cooking guidance. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Taisuke. I'm good at talking to all the people. So I'm in charge of direct negotiator.
In conclusion, through this project, children can eliminate their bias against mixed race people and deepen their understanding from early age. And we hope that this will improve the issue faced by mixed race people, and this will help create a diversity, equity, and inclusive society. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Any questions for Team 5? Yes, Heather. I'm just like question.
So thanks for your interesting presentation. And I have the one comment and also the question. And there was one comment. It's like seems like so great that to focus on some age. In this case, like 10 to 12 years old. It seems like in detail you make a presentation. Also, the question is why you focus on the age. It seems like based on your kind of project that you focused on, like it's area, it's better to have the ethics. So if there is a reason why you focused on their age, please let me know.
So thank you for your questions. The reason we focused on the especially 10 to 12 years old children because we think experience in childhood is the effective future ethics or ethics or thinking or respective. So that's why we focus on the 10 to 12 years old children. And sure, why we didn't focus on more younger children? Because so our project is cooking. So we think it is danger for more younger children to cook. So that's why we focus on 10 to 12 years old children. Is it answered?
Thanks for answering. Yes.
Thank you.
So my question is about how would you connect your topic to the Sapporo or Hokkaido, because it's very interesting of the presentation, the inflation in the regional sense. So that's my question. Yeah.
Thank you for your questions. So the relationship between our project and the Sapporo is, I think, Sapporo is that it's not more international rather than Tokyo. But Sapporo is becoming more it's more international now. So and so we want to prepare for the future international day. Yeah, it is big.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Very, very good overall. The design was great. Minimal use of text, consistent. Of course, I assume that you didn't make this template and found it somewhere, but that's fine. It's not one I've seen before, so that's good. Your audience engagement was great, especially at the beginning. The focus, you weren't reading from scripts, you were looking at the audience. I'm not entirely sure whether I like or dislike the kind of looking down to give the focus. It was certainly novel. I've not really seen it before, and it certainly made your presentation memorable. Whether it's professional or not, but it worked either way. Yeah, again, it was mentioned you have a very narrow goal, a very focused project, which is great because, as I will tell you as a doctoral student, by having a very specific focus, any other question relating to anything else like that, you don't have to worry about. So it helps see the link between your problem and the solution, and it makes that stronger because you're focusing on something so specific. And it's very say, well, will that work? Won't it work? And again, if it's a very broad goal or solution, then of course there's going to be more questions about how can it be implemented or will it be effectively implemented. And yeah, I think that's it. I was very, very, very impressed. So thank you guys.